Kevin, first, this movie just blew me away. I was so excited leaving out the theater, and
Good.
it was just like I wanted to tell everybody. But
that's the idea.
I couldn't. So there's so many superheroes in the Marvel universe, and I mean you've introduced Falcon in this one, and of course some villains. You know, what are some of the ones that you hear the most about from requests from the fanboys, so to speak?
Of characters we haven't made yet?
Yeah.
Well, you know, Doc Strange is one that comes up a lot, and I've been talking about Doctor Strange for a long time. Black Panther is a big one that comes up. A lot of Captain Marvel comes up quite a bit. Luke Cage comes up quite a bit. Iron Fist, obviously, those now coming to life in the form of a TV series on Netflix, which have been announced. So it's fun when people, you know, when we're now, you know, actively working on our 12th movie,
right,
which is through 2015. Ant-Man would be our 12th film, and the fact that we've made that many movies and have that many franchises going at once, and yet the source material has so many amazing characters that we're still, you know, being. What about this one? What about this one? What about this one? That's just great, and that gives me great hope for our ability to continue to launch films, you know, hopefully for many years to come.
And we talked a little about Black Panther during Thor when we was in London.
Yeah.
And this movie, I mean, Captain America and Black Panther, you know, have similar stories in the comics as well as Falcon.
Yep.
So are we getting closer to Wakanda and?
Well, I think that's fair to say. I mean, it's you know, the more movies we make, the more of the universe we want to tell, and Wakanda's a big part of it. So it probably won't be too long before you know, Wakanda pops up in the cinematic universe.
Sam Jackson has been along as Nick Fury. He's had a 9-picture deal. He's done 6 movies.
Yep.
It's kind of like Kobe, and later in his career, it's like, do you sign him for more movies? Do you see, like, you know, his storyline continuing into the rest of the series, or you know what you want to do with Sam Jackson going forward yet?
Well, it's I'm trying to think if it's a spoiler or not to talk about his you know, current state in the cinematic universe. I will say the thing that was one of the things that was most fun for us in the Winter Soldier was being able to showcase more of Sam than we did in any of the other movies,
and
to really give him to see sort of what makes Nick Fury tick, and to see a little bit of his past, and he's very much in our movies, up until Avengers at least, been the man in the shadows, who comes out and pulls some strings and goes back into the shadows. We saw a little bit more of his day-to-day life in the Avengers, and now in this film, seeing even more of his role within S.H.I.E.L.D. and his struggle to maintain sort of authority over an organization that he believes serves a good purpose. And there are a few moments in this movie that rank among my favorite moments in this movie. There's an action scene with him in it that might be the best action scene in the entire movie. There's a scene, just a simple scene between he and Steve Rogers in an elevator, where we hear about Nick's past and Nick's experiences growing up that I also love. So here we are, 6 movies in, as you say, and still learning more about a character. It's a testament to Sam and to how amazing he is at bringing to life these things, and of course a testament to the richness of the source material.
So last question, you know, your timeliness of these movies is just, I know you see these movies years before, but the conversation this year has all been about NSA and spying and wiretaps, and this. And the Winter Soldier deals with that in a way. You know, is it just perfect timing that happens, or do you kind of like foresee some of these things happening socially that you kind of direct the movies towards?
Sometimes it's a bit of both. But this timing was a surprise. We were in production when some of that, you know, with the Edward Snowden NSA news came out, and we couldn't believe it, because we were you know, either shooting that very scene or just about to shoot the scene where Nick Fury, you've seen the trailers, Nick Fury is saying, look at these amazing things, we'll be able to see everybody everywhere and strike before anything bad happens. And Steve says, that's not freedom, that's fear. And then it hit the headlines. It was amazing. It was amazing. But I do think it's, you know, Marvel Comics have always been about the heroes existing in the real contemporary world, and taking advantage of current events, just the way they did in the 60s with Watergate, in the 70s. Cap was dealing with that in the comics. So it is partially the journey we always wanted Cap to go on, and partially an amazing coincidence that that the exact same struggle is happening in our real life.
Well, this is one of my favorite in the series that you've made. So
thank you.
Thanks for a great job. And
thanks so much. Good seeing you again.
Great work.